all in all, we're a pretty talented football team, but needs to improve. And not happy with the penalties that we had. And the key is to put an opponent well behind us and control the game. And that's anytime that you have penalties like we had today, you cannot do that.
That's LSU head coach Les Miles, clearly frustrated with the penalties, but happy with the victory as LSU escapes Syracuse with a 34-24 win. Once again, it was the Leonard Fournette show, a couple of touchdowns and over 240 yards on the ground.
I think we did it all as a unit, as one. You know, the defense came out, made some great stops for us. What I said, Shaq, man, he did the kick return, man. He did an excellent job reading his blocks.
Kinda, but it's not something I haven't seen. You know, he does it every day in practice. So when he comes out here and does it in the game, it's normal to me. He does it every day. He's been doing it since he got on campus last year, and it's kind of a normal thing to see.
Just getting a W with the team, that's the only thing that matters. Now we're 3-0, you know, next week, get prepared for Eastern Michigan, get ready to go for victory.
Miles' frustration came from all of the Tigers' penalties, 14 of them for 120 yards.
Those are penalties that you don't need, and there's no reason for them. You know, occasionally you go out and you dive for a guy, and there's a reflex, and you grab a face mask inadvertently, and you yank on it, then you disengage. It doesn't make any difference. It's still a penalty. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, you know, we jumped off sides, we lined up off sides, we pushed a ball carrier out of bounds, for no reason, and really not in a violent or mean manner, but just enough to get you a 15-yard penalty.
And while Brandon Harris was only 8 for 16 with 154 yards, he did have a couple of big plays. When it was a 24-17 LSU game on 3rd and long, he connected with Tre'Davious. That set up his touchdown pass to Malachi Dupree.
It was a deep ball, but it was, just basically get open and give Brandon a good target. I got open and Brandon threw me a good ball.
We know we had to make plays through the air. They were stopping the run early in the game. Hats off to their defense, but we have to be multi-dimensional and have balance and pass the ball and run the ball. I think we just showed today that we can do both, and we just did what we had to do. Coaches called good plays for us, and we had to make the play.
He played real well. That was 2 big key plays we needed, and right when we needed it, he delivered. He threw me a great ball, and then he threw Malachi a great ball.
Syracuse did stay in it with the play of walk-on quarterback Zach Mahoney connecting 3 times in the end zone. Les Miles said Syracuse is heading in the right direction.
I knew watching the film that this was a team with real quickness and some guys that had speed. And not size, but didn't really necessarily need to. I mean, they played hard and got to the ball and made plays. And I recognize that they were a good football team. They'll win games. I mean, they'll have an opportunity to win games. I think Coach Schaefer's doing a good job.
LSU will put this one behind them. They'll welcome in Eastern Michigan next Saturday into Tigers Stadium. Once again, your final score from the Carrier Dome in Syracuse, New York. LSU defeats Syracuse 34-24. Keep it tuned in to 103.7 The Game and to 103.7thegame.com for your complete LSU Tigers football coverage. I'm Dave Schultz.